15. Now, before we get too situated on this, I might have to point out that I did do a little off-screen playing, so I might show off what I did, so people don't think I've just came back doing jack all. Off what I did while I was off screen. So, in order to get the charm ending, which is by a lot of people's suggestion, it's the best ending of this. So Carolyn Price. One of the hints she gives you is that Dawson used to be a big philanthropist before he dipped into the BS that he's into right now was the result of him just being so obsessed with cheating death. So by doing what we're doing right now, we are
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself, the hard way.
Oh my God, man, stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
Wow, this is of right now. It's
But you can't guarantee
ridiculous.
infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
alright.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast. My family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death. I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man.
I have basically screwed the West End now.
And a man at peace.
Oh boy, are you ready for
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Vanished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Red.
Oh, damn.
Yes, go, traitor. And take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Ah, crap baskets again. What happens when you trust a commoner to be a quote-unquote high-class society member? Hey, Bridget, what the hell?
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Lady Ashbury. You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the Sewer Skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
No time to lose then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon. For the flames are rising.
This stupid freak.
You London vampires are so weak! Your prey is mine!
Oh yeah, by the way, the Ekons will now be super irritable. Because I saw an indicator for an enemy. Okay, so I think we're going to try to hit up Lady Ash. No, we won't hit up Lady Ashbury. We should. I don't want to get shot today. To the hospital. I would have to go that way. Can I just cut through this way? I gotta keep on vampire vision because I don't want to be blindsided.
This is not the place for you, sir. You're mine!
Okay, also it should be duly noted that because I'm an enemy of the Ascalon Club, I could probably look forward to several random ambushes. Know how time sensitive the hospital mission is.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
So Bram Stoker does exist in the Vampire universe.
Elizabeth, I'm so happy to see you. I was so concerned.
It is also good to see you in these darkened hours. Is all well, my dear?
Indeed, we stand upon the precipice. Has the news reached you of Edgar Swansea?
No. I returned home but moments ago. What of him?
Your friend, the well-informed old Bridget, tells me the Guard of Priwen has assaulted Pembroke. I fear Edgar tops their bloody list.
Bridget? She is such a tragic figure. And yet, I sense deep inside, she has a delicate, fragile soul.
Indeed, she has. I'm glad you like her too.
Once this is all over, I will study the sewer skulls. I fear I have made terrible mistakes, founded upon erroneous preconceptions.
I was concerned for your safety. McCullum draws too close to you for my comfort.
Fear not. I've evaded the hunters for many a year, and I intend to stay far from their gases, flames, and spikes. Now, speak to me of Dawson.
I convinced Aloysius to embrace death as the ultimate gift of mortal life. I believe he found peace in the end.
The cost must have been heavy indeed. I am proud of you, my love.
Ascalon has defrocked me and threatens to hound me from the city. This was, no doubt, inevitable.
You did what you thought was right at the time. One can ask no more.
I was probably like with Ascalon for like one night.
I'm assured of your safety. That is precisely my intention.
Good. Now go, my dear, and return with good news with the greatest haste.
You know, something I don't understand is if this was any other type of game with a community system. Sorry. If there was any other game with a community system like Vampyr, why aren't there like backup pillars for each community? frag it.
Burn it, boys!
Cross the bridge, they can't follow. It's loading. Of course there's a group there. Can't make my life any easier. Oh, that's Lord Shepherd?
What is this trouble? Are the vampire hunters here already?
Should have feared that evil, buddy.
Best stay back, sir!
Gotta be an alternate route to the hospital.
I'd step back, sir! Go back home again!
What the shit is that? Whoa! Shit. I want to grab that, but I want to wait for the stuff to dissipate. Okay. Okay. maybe I can sneak this way.
Cross to the leads, boys! Mine! I'll take it.
Kill it all, you...
Son of a bitch. Ass. Oof. That's not good. So for reference sake, I believe that the every district will start to improve in a couple days.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, Milk.
Good evening, Doc.
Are you all right? I heard the hospital was attacked.
For months I said this day would come. We should have armed ourselves. Riots are rising. The end is near.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Okay, what the hell's going on? Hey, it's back.
It's alive. It's alive. And it needs a name. I shall call you Lisa.
Okay. I saw the something with up with Swansea's office.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.
What is she doing down there?
McCullum and his thugs are taking the credit for Edgar's abduction. They really mean business.
what? Probably makes sense. Alright. I've made the decision that if anyone's going to be my prodigy, it's going to be Swansea. I probably should have rested before I did this fight. Ultraviolet light.
Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for one.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it, just like you are.
You're the progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. Pin you down!
Yep, I'm going to need to rest.
Freewind prevails! I know! It hurts, doesn't it? Come on, Reed. Try something else. Your poisonous bite is useless on me.
I could just wait him out and continuously use the abyss power. But the recharge is so fucking long.
Show some style. Fight like a man. Freewood prevails! Or pin you down! True light will claim you. The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me.
Ah, I got close.
And if you're so innocent, why does simple light burn you so much? Show some style. Fight like a man. Come on, Reed. Try something else. The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Close your eyes. This is gonna hurt.
Son of a bitch, he stunned me?
I'll pin you down! The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Show some style. Fight like a man.
Okay.
Come on, Reed. Try something else.
I always keep getting him down to half health and then he just starts spanking me. He basically just claps me with like 1 or 2 hits. It's always after he drinks from that flask too.
Freewood prevails! Your poisonous bite is useless on me. Show some style. Fight like a man. I know. It hurts, doesn't it?
It's a little degrading to have him taunt me after each loss.
I'll pin you down! And if you're so innocent, why does Sim... Come on, Reed. Try something else. Freewood prevails! The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Show some...
I think I got a little too greedy with my scythe hits. Two more failures and I'll probably go up to heal fully. Probably even upgrade.
I'll pin you down! Your poisonous bite is useless on me. Come on, Reed. Try something else.
Alright. Time to bust out the small guns. First things first. I'm just reconsidering my options right now. This ass is really hard to beat. And a lot of people said that a custom pistol pep is one of the quickest ways to beat him. But I want to make sure I have enough bullets and whatnot. I might just upgrade my cartridge capacity too, so. Sodium hydroxide.
It's locked. It's locked, all right. Good evening.
Alright, hang on.
Good evening, Doctor.
Second.
Still trying to save lives?
Let's try.
I'd like to see...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Alright, let's see if I have what I need to poison my pistol. Because I basically have a fully upgraded semi-automatic pistol. All I have to do now is just hang on. Well, by the way, prepare for magic. That is the result of me allowing Lucius Dawson to die. Now watch that skyrocket. Boom. 78, 80. Come on. 82. So basically just widely circulated all his money to every medical area. So I basically just stabilized every district, or most of the districts. Except for the docks and Whitechapel. Alright, let's fix this. I think it should also be dueling. So here's the deal. I'm going to go shotgun, blast his ass, then switch to pistol, and continue to blast him.
I'll pin you down! The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. I know! It hurts, doesn't it? Show some style. Fight like a man.
Fighting like a man. You see, I have this magic thing called a gun.
If you're so innocent...
Hey, butthead.
We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Priwen. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now. For there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
I'll spare you, McCullum. I'll offer you the mercy you never offered me.
What is this ruse?
This is no ruse, McCullum. This is me letting you go. After all, you and I are both trying to save this poor country. In our own way.
Technically, he should be dead. I put enough rounds in him to kill him 5 times over.
I'll kill you, Reed! Next time we meet, I'll end you!
See? Progress already. You called me by my name. Until the next time. Goodbye, Hunter.
I can't believe I just cheesed him that badly. That's so embarrassing, honestly. Just like literally like shotgun blast, shotgun blast, shotgun blast, and then like freaking like a little machine gun. Uh, that's that was just hilariously bad. If I knew I could have cheesed him that way earlier, I would have. It actually makes me feel bad. This has been the most fun I've had just doing pacifist. Like 2 bullets left. Wait, you know what? Since I'm up here, I might as well dig around. Really? There's no, like, doors I can open or anything?
It's locked, all right.
I have to be careful in the West End now, because of the fact I have vampire-based enemies there. Means that I literally have to be uber careful.
Is this supposed to be an hospital? A pigsty? Still better.
If I wasn't extremely happy right now at Clay, I would go back and just rip out your throat out of spite. still, I'm still sort of a little dumbstruck at how that's the Purin brawler, Purin brawler down there trying to kill me. Y'all can't hear that outside there.
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Pardon me.
Stupid beast! Over there! There's one of them vermin! No! Oh, that's not smart!
You.
A leech!
Straight ahead. Keep an eye out because, like I said, the app's gone. The app's gone. The app's gone.
Last warning, sir! I said stay away, sir! It ain't human! Kill it! That's got it! Dead!
Alright, into the theater we go. Two spare shotgun shells. The McCallum fight, which I was expecting to be one of those fights that dead-ended my playthrough, actually sort of...
So Priwen never left Doris's theater after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
Alright, we're just gonna go up. Before that,
Keep an eye on each other.
strong bloods here.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Over there! There's one of them birds!
It was one of those what? I couldn't hear what they were one of. It was one of those what?
This is despicable.
Jesus.
Stay close, guys.
Okay, that leads outside. I'm not gonna lie, digging this, I'm digging this attire over Reed's default. That's what would have led.
I have this thirst for blood. It's locked.
I basically have killed all the Pyrrhan people. There's gotta be a method of getting downstairs.
This is despicable.
Interesting. I don't know why I keep getting lead pipes off of freaking glass items.
It smells like rotten meat. From here. I know it. Lord, give us strength!
I don't even know how to get lower. It's directly below the main theater floor. Unless there's some... I'm so glad these missions aren't time sensitive.
I have this thirst for blood. It's locked, all right.
Okay.
Have no fear, brother! Fear no evil! We do the Lord's work here!
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Better go home, Sip. Die,
Blood of a pure heart?
Rodney.
I should find the key to that box. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
I might turn him.
What happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skull epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
To prove him wrong, I let him go.
Really? Are you sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Okay. William Marshall, didn't he?
Why is the Guard of Priwen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
Why would the Guard of Priwen believe you and I created the vampire epidemic?
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes. The terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter, full of hatred and festering anger.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theater. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot. I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
I made a mistake. But what is science if not trial and error? We both know it, Jonathan, we both know it.
What a poor justification for your morbid fascination and thirst for glory.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
I shouldn't let him die. But he's going to make it up to me.
No, Edgar, you are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
You truly would? After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please. I beg you. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then. Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
It's locked.
Just find me on the last. If you need access, find me on the last floor to get. Remember, bring it back to me when you're done. Rodney. Hang on. We gotta head back to the docks.
Return later. So Harry... Jones. Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood.
Ain't safe here for
I
a
must tell
gentleman.
Elizabeth.
Did you hear me?
I'll win this. Hear me! You Londoners are no match for me!
If it's any indicator, those two guys shouldn't even be here. Alright. Ruth Digby. I just gotta find Rodney.
This is despicable.
Everyone's throwing the blame.
gotta be here. Hold on a second. Oh. Great. Okay. We gotta go to the western docks. So, hang on, that reminds me. Get rid of the...
Good evening, sir.
I am not safe.
You're much safer here.
Bullets kill people quicker than disease.
Do you...
No.
What can you tell
The
me?
East End docks only...
What can...
Most people would say...
Jack, Jim...
Everyone round here knew Jack.
Your friend Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know.
No man can predict the exact outcome of his actions. It's the curse we have to live with. We can only gamble and do what we think is best.
Perhaps you're right. The district was doomed before I was born. But I cannot stop myself thinking...
Why do you say that?
After I killed that gang member, the wet boot boys just...
You are not going to spend the rest...
Honestly, I have no idea.
Only you can answer that question.
That's the kind of thing Jack could have said, Doc.
The death of your friend.
Jack Gillingham was the real deal.
You're right. He died.
He was the bravest. And no one dares to say openly.
Your friend's plan was audacious, if not reckless.
How dare you say that?
Are you worried?
Not really.
Goodbye, Mr. Gray. can't believe I'm doing this.
Human! Kill it!
Turn around, sir.
There's safer places to be than here.
Better go home, sir.
Vicious bugger!
Well, it's I thought Rodney would have had the key because his name was on the note. We're gonna go engage Lady Ashbury in conversation and then save. Alright, Lady Ashbury, let's talk. So, to verify, the 1918 pandemic in Vampyr's world was caused by a Sir Idiot. Hey, Ashbury, I see you. Ashbury.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar's behavior was beyond lunacy. He had neither the discipline, knowledge, nor the proper facilities to conduct blood experiments.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Alright, we are basically in the end game now. A drop of King Arthur's blood from a column. A drop of whatchamacallit's blood from a drop of William Marshall's blood from Redgrave. Oh, great. I have to go to Absalon to do that. And Absalon's sort of extradited me.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need. Whose blood could be purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a trouble.
Is only the first step. Women of all countries unite.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Calhoun, tell me about your relationship with Doris Fletcher.
Oh, Doris. Cold fire and burning ice trapped in a perfect body. Our passion was as intense as it was brief. What an actress.
How did you meet her?
On a boat to France before the war. She was thinking about a career in Paris, and I was eager to try French gastronomy. We both returned disappointed.
I expect you've seen her on stage, too.
She really is the best actress of her generation. Such frailty and such strength at the same time. I hope she'll play again soon. She's been away for too long.
You sound surprisingly sad. Have you regrets?
I think of her as a divine dish. I'm glad I was able to taste it, but I regret I could only get a bite of her mystery.
You really loved her, then?
She fascinated me, Dr. Reed. I can't imagine what she must have endured through her life to reach such a level of emotion and sensibility.
Have you...
I heard
any news?
I heard he died and gave all his money to the poor. Now that's a good man. An example for us all to follow.
Goodbye, Mr. It's locked, all right.
Strangers come into your house. Have you noticed anything?
This is no place for you.
It's elite!
Alright, folks. This is probably going to be among our last upgrades. So let's do... I think we should upgrade our health one more time. Alright. This should do it. I want to thank you, I want to thank you for coming. If you like, if you want to subscribe, feel free to. And oh wow. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are subscribed and you want to see more streams like this, click that little notification bell at the bottom. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you all hopefully on Saturday.